Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Akash and you are watching a tutorial on a Mecha head sculpt. I'll be taking this Ryan head and I'll be converting it into a robot head. So I hope you enjoy it. It's gonna be a simple, fairly easy tutorial if you want to follow along. So let's hope you understand and learn something from it. So for me, a basic technique for creating basic technique for creating any head or any robot character is to build forms first. What I'm doing is I'm just creating some forms using clay buildup and you can also, if you don't want to protrude that form, that means the form, if in your character the forms are not coming out from the body, it's fine. You can use any tool, any brush to carve in the details. It could be time standard, it could be a RAM, which I'll be using later. So if you don't know how to find RAM, you can go to Lightbox. In brushes, under brushes section, you can call Ram Bhagwan, you will find that RAM brush. And yeah, so here is what I am doing. I'm just doing some basic blocks, my ideas, what I am thinking, what I want to proceed with. So basic things, just a blob of mesh. Right now it's not at all looking like anything which could be Hardsurface, but have patience. In Hardsurface it takes time, and for the sake of tutorial I may have rushed it a little bit, but to me it came out really nice. So trust the process. Yeah, just placing the ear antenna sort of thing there, trying to figure out what shape looks nice, and we'll completely replace it with another mesh later on. So that's there. But what I wanted to teach you in this tutorial today, the main technique for creating any kind of Hardsurface character, Hardsurface mesh in ZBrush, Hardsurface sculpted mesh if you want to do it in ZBrush, is to just go ahead, carve in the details. First, just focus on the blockings. Your focus should completely on the building blocks, the elements, the details, the smaller parts, micro details. Polishing may come later. Here came our RAM brush. Boom, boom, boom. It's just too cute. This just carves in the detail very sharply. That's why I like it when doing any kind of Hardsurface like this. It's a cool brush if you use it using lazy mouse. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. My mesh is looking blobby, as well as it's also on a lower side of subdivision. This I did just to create an interesting shape, a crease kind of effect which goes from one part to another part. They are separate panels that we will extract later and detail them upon. That's what I'm saying. First thing you should focus on is building the blocks, the pattern, or the segments, whatever you call it, you want to call it. Like this is one part. I just pulled it out a little bit using move brush, so that just breaks a little bit of symmetry. Remember what we started with. We started with a freaking face head. So let's keep going. So you just have to focus on your markings, the panels, and the blocks. If your character has such panels, which it'll have if you're creating a Mecha character, so If you don't want to go everything one mesh, which I will never recommend doing it, it will be hard, it might mess up other parts, but once your shape is finalized, you can extract them and polish them later. For now, it's the process of finalizing the shapes. It's the creation of shapes like this, how the shoulder part's gonna be, how the face structure's gonna be, other elements as well. You can, in this phase as well, you can also add a few more geometries. Now I'm not doing it. If your character requires, you are good to go. Add few more geometries, add a few more meshes, some more screws, something, whatever you like, you want to, but remember, keep it big at this moment. We are not zooming in a lot on the details. We are keeping it big. We are keeping it, blobby. We are not going into polishing the details. Rough areas around here and there is fine. You see me doing it. It's just to get the feel, okay, yeah, we are creating a robotic character, something like that. So one more thing I wanted to touch up on life. It's my general thought, something I wanted to say for some time. It's that people, I see very less interest on ZBrush videos these days. People come and watch and go. I am losing, to be honest, I'm really losing motivation here to create ZBrush videos or this sort of tutorials. It's hard for me. If the channel have been growing very, very slow, and I don't, it's for me, it's like I'm spending so much time with very less return. So yeah, it's not, I hope you understand, it's not some kind of charity, but I want to give the community, I want you guys to learn, but in return I want some motivation as well. The channel is slow, very less audience, very less subscribers. People come, watch and go, so I'm really losing a little bit of motivation here to create such sort of videos. So in future you might face a change in the direction of the channel. You can say I am also feeling a little burnout. If you excuse me, if you think it that way, I have been creating my game, I have been working a lot, I have been doing my office works as well as this as well, creating character all the time, creating something all the time. It drains you out. So one more thing I just wanted to say is have a proper break for yourself as well. If you are not doing so, you might see a drop a few videos in upcoming days, but in the festival, so I might just take a break a little bit during Diwali. Just a heads up I wanted to give. So yeah, so as you can see, what I said is I might just change the content a little bit here and there. I am more inclined towards building up the finances and everything, so I think I might just let's create a few videos regarding that, how you can manage your money. It's an idea I wanted to give. Let me know if you like it. We can build upon it further. I think that is I believe that's very important area of life that everybody should focus on. Even if you are passionate, but you should focus on building your wealth. So I will try to create few of the videos revolving that. So yeah, what I did here, let's explain. I just extracted a part of that panel, which I said you should create that panel, and then you can use trim. You can use trim brushes, you can use polish brushes just to make those panel more detailed. That's what I'm doing here. I'm creating separate panels. It will take time. It's not a quick way out technique. If you are doing hard surface in ZBrush, it requires some time. It is fun, but it takes time. So if you are someone who likes sculpting organic stuff mainly, which I am, but I sometimes like to do this kind of things. It gives me a break from those organic anatomy stuff. So yeah, you can also go ahead if you're doing it in ZBrush. The best way is to mark your details out, extract them into smaller parts, and detail them further as you want. This way you won't have a big block of mesh which you further subdivide, and when you start putting smaller details in any kind of hard surface or sci-fi characters, what happens is you lose details. If your system doesn't support, if your system doesn't support that much high poly of a count where you want the bolts and the details of the bolts to be visible, I'm talking micro detail here, very minute. So for them, if you have a separate panel, you can subdivide it further and further and further, and you will have an easy time handling your high poly. Yeah, you can hide details. I mean, you can hide subtools, and by dividing the mesh into multiple subtools, it will be easier to detail as well as manage. That's the technique here. Also, yeah, it's easier to detail. Like this, I can focus solely on this part. I can cut it. I can do whatever I want with this part. So yeah, that's the basic idea of creating hard surface in details in hard surface. It's morning 7:20 Sunday, and I have a deadline to post this video today. That's why I am a little bit here and there today. It's life, creating content on weekends and working on weekdays. Damn, you guys should appreciate it a little bit, you know. I'm kidding. Whatever you want to do, it's fine. I hope you get to learn something from this video. So this is me just doing the same process over and over again, and pushing the details inside of the inside mesh inside, and the mesh which is the panels, they will be on top, so there's no worries on the base mesh. So the block that you created, you will find it as a base of your character. It'll be there. If you hide it, you will feel some spaces are empty and your object is a hollow and you can see through, which we don't want. Actually, we want our object to be solid. That's why we are keeping a base there. We'll extract from there and we'll manipulate it later, and later on if we find it, we can delete that part and extract, or since we are closing hole, we can extract it later. We are redynamicing it further by increasing the resolution little by little. So keep that in mind. We can increase the details of the base that you have created as well. So we are not deleting it, we are not throwing it away. We have that as a security as well as a base. So that's there. If you see and if you remember what we started from, it's already a very big jump of what we did. Not very intricate, but wait, once we start placing good alphas, it's gonna come fine. So have faith and watch. So I'll just briefly go ahead and explain the process, what I do. First you have to mark in the details, then you have to extract it, cap the surface which is below, and then all you have to do is Z-remesh it, panel loop at the mesh that you have extracted. First you are going to do Z-remesh so that we get nice and even topology of the mesh to provide all the details that we want. Then what you're going to do is panel loop it to give some depth to that panel, to that mesh. So when you panel loop is, make sure your direction is -100 so that it won't extract towards, unless you want it towards the camera. It will panel loop, it will make it thick inwards, which I prefer. So that's the way. Then you will have a separate mesh, a separate subtool, and that you can modify and then again trim it, polish it, and work on it on the separate piece. So that's the basic idea here. Like you're seeing here, I'm just masking out the area. I'm just polygrouping it separate, Shift F, and then Control click on it. It's gonna be hidden. You can split hidden, you will get a separate part, Z-remesh it, and repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. That's the way. This can get a little bit repetitive, but that's the way it is. If you're working on smaller pieces, if you're working on this type of sci-fi objects, can get a little bit repetitive because you have to maintain that kind of same style, that kind of same technology all over the place. So yeah, would get a little bit repetitive. Cool. So I hope you are liking what you're seeing. I hope you will try, I hope. So if you have anything to ask in future, if you have wanted me to help you in any ways, in any kind of asset prop, you can, or any general advice regarding your career, regarding how to become a character artist or any sort of game artist or 3D artist, basically, you can go ahead and join the Discord, which you can find in the description. You can go ahead and join it. I'm building a community there. There are a lot of people who can help you, and I think you will be profitable, believe me. Okay, so this is the basic idea of working on this kind of character. But you should have some basic control over your brushes, like polish and mainly trim dynamic. If you're using it is a very destructive brush. Clay build-up, trim dynamic, these are destructive brush. They can really destroy your mesh if you don't have much control over them. So make sure you have some practice before you go into this kind of advanced exercise in ZBrush. Okay, cool. So I hope you like it, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I don't have much to say today. Also, you can go ahead in the comments and do something, suggest me something what you want to see on this channel. That will help this video reach further, as well as help me get your views, what you really want me to do, what you really want to see me to tell you, because it's gonna be hard for me all the time to create something or to create a tutorial of something. It takes time to create even this small piece. I have to spend my my family time. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, as I'd really appreciate if you just tell something about your... Oh my god, that guy just crashed on me. Fuck. I had to do that part again. The neck part. This happens when you use the trim brushes a little bit less carefully, or you have some time. The last time you saved, it's been some time, then it could be dangerous. Before using any kind of trim brushes, go ahead and save your project, or just click on quick save. That's fine, you can carry on from there. Since I had something not too far from what I was working on, I just continued from there. So yeah, that's one thing that ZBrush hates you to use, which is trim brushes. I don't know, it the way it cuts the geometry, the calculation of meshes, it takes some time, and sometimes it's just machine, it's just software, it confuses itself, so it crashes and it closes itself. You deal with your shit, I don't want to do anything. It says. So you make sure you save your stuff, save your work before using any kind of trim brushes. It's not, it's that trim rectangle or trim, those trim brushes which you get when you press Ctrl Shift. Cool. Good. These were the few things that I wanted to say. This brush that I'm doing, I'm talking about this brush. So yeah, I hope your holiday, this is not a holiday, but it's Ganpati season. I hope these times Ganpati is blessing you with great wishes, and I hope you're happy, everybody's happy. I just wanted to say that something happened in our society a few days ago. Should I not just let's not go there. So I just want to briefly say that if you are someone who is suffering from some kind of depression or anything, just talk to your loved ones, just talk to your friends. Don't be alone. Even if you are alone living in any other city, talk to people around you, talk to someone, talk about your feelings. Don't let it burst at once, because it will be dangerous. So yeah, if you are lonely, if you feel alone, talk to people. They are always there. Everybody, there will be someone who can take care of you. You're not alone at any time. No. Yes, please take care of yourself and be happy. I don't know what this generation is thinking. It's just absurd to me that people are doing crazy things over life. Why to take so much stress in life? Life is too short to make it shorter. No, don't. Please don't do this. Be happy, and talk to your loved ones. This is the time of festivals in India. So go to your home, take breaks if you are living it, if you are killing it in job, if you have been working for so long. It's been some time since you took break, so go ahead, go to your hometown where your parents live, Or if you're living with the parents, I mean, that's fine. Celebrate and be happy. Eat healthy. Or go nuts, eat some sweets. That's also fine. But try to stay happy. That's all I wanted to say. And yeah, have you played some game? Any game that you played recently? Tell me in the comments. I'd be happy to know what my guys are playing, or girls. Yeah, what you guys are playing. I started Outlaws, but not getting some time. I have to create these videos for you, know. But yeah, it's for me, it's a little bit, to be honest, it's a little bit repetitive. It's the same stuff over and over, the same open world. I'm sick of it, to be honest. I don't want open world. I want something like Wukong. Even though I haven't played, I have seen stuff, and that's brilliant gameplay. I love it. I like God of War. I like Wukong. So yeah, see this stuff that I'm talking about. Once you get the alpha, some alphas, just collect them around the world. Once you get them, you can use them, and that can really bring out the intricate details or the true beauty of your work. It's not stealing or doing anything. It's kind of improvising on your work. It's something that you can do. That's fine. That's what they are made for. So don't hesitate to use alphas or create them in Photoshop. If you are good in creating them, you can go ahead and sensibly do them by using grayscale values and gradients. It's fine. You are good to do so. It's such simple alpha, just a freaking triangle. You are good. You can imagine these alphas in 2D, and if you can imagine them, you can create them. You can create anything. So after this much of work, after putting in the alphas that you wanted, and then you see that the model is coming along, your work is coming along nicely, and it should look fine. Yeah. Have faith in the process, I'd say. And yeah, I don't have much to say at this point. It's just detailing the model with whatever alpha you can find, whatever you think will fit the model. But yeah, there's one thing that you should take care of in such kind of hard surface is you should not overdo your alphas, because there will be a texturing phase. For me it won't be there, I'm just creating the hyperly, but there will be a texturing stage. Or if you are only creating a hyperly, again, do not overdo the alphas. It will look noisy sometimes, and you won't be able to differentiate the gaps and some things. But yeah, use it accordingly. Use it. It's a little subjective, but this is the amount that I want to deal with. I want some resting places where your eyes can rest. That's why I don't put all the alphas. You don't have to use all the alphas here. And after everything, after changing the AS and all, my model, yeah, this I tried. I got a mesh there, this custom made mesh. I tried, but it wasn't looking good. It's some kind of, it was looking some kind of a blaster from a cannon. So after doing everything, after all the trials and errors, I went ahead, changed the ears, found this mesh somewhere in my library and used it, put some colors on it, put some extra alphas and custom colors here and there. It was looking something like this. I really like the result. I hope you like it. And yeah, that was it for the tutorial. I hope you'll support me. I hope you like it. You learned something. If you learned something, hit like. That will help me a lot. Yep. in the end you'll get to see the final comp result which I did on Photoshop. I rendered it in Marmoset. Yeah, so that's there. That's it. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Enjoy.